Hi there, hope you're having a great day. In this video, I want to talk about honesty and specifically about honesty with yourself. So in my three core messages, the first one is be yourself. And that means being responsible for being who you are and expressing yourself and being yourself. So being yourself is a big part of being honest. But when I'm talking specifically about being honest with yourself, I mean that basically not bullshitting yourself, not lying to yourself. And this is can seem like, oh, like I don't lie to myself, maybe. Like you may be thinking that, but we all lie to ourselves to certain degrees, and this holds us back from moving forward and achieving the things we want and being happy, basically, because it can be really hard to admit things to yourself that you don't like, that you do, that you know you need to change, but sometimes we don't want to change them, or we're afraid to change them subconsciously. So we have these subtle mechanisms that keep us the way we are, and we make excuses for ourselves in our mind. Like, we may not say this to somebody else. We may laugh it off with a joke or something, which is alright. But what it comes down to is if you want to change your life, if you want to get over any issues that you're facing, if you want to achieve your goals and overcome all the obstacles and live authentically and have more happiness in your life, the quickest way to do that is just deal with all the things you need to deal with. So whatever comes up, it can be anything, little or small. Everybody's got their own little things, little excuses of why we don't do things that we know we should do. For example, for exercise, like if you feel like you need to exercise, but you don't have the habit of it yet, you have the habit of not exercising regularly, often you'll look for excuses subconsciously on why you can't exercise. Like it's raining, or you're not feeling well, or whatever. You've got to do this, you've got to work, this is more important. And what I want you to do is to be aware of what that is for you. So basically, you could call this like a trigger. Like whatever comes up that's stopping you from doing what it is that you want to do. And in a way, maybe at the time you don't want it as much as you think, which is okay. Like it doesn't matter if you don't want it that much. You don't have to do this. But if you want to change, if you want to move forward, this is what you've got to do. Because this is what I realized, it's the hardest thing to do. It's the hardest thing to admit things to yourself. Because often, I used to do workouts, and sometimes I wouldn't plan what I would do, and I'd just be like, I'll just do whatever I feel like. I don't need to plan it, kind of thing. But then I realized that was an excuse of me not putting in the time and effort to sort of plan out what is really good for me and what will benefit me to do, rather than just doing whatever. Because just doing whatever, even though I was keeping fit and stuff, I wasn't probably getting the maximum result out of my workout, because I wasn't using my brain to plan the workout. So this is just an example. You don't have to use your brain to plan the workout. You can get somebody else to do that for you, but taking responsibility and seeing that that's what you need to do to get the best result, rather than just going in there and not having any idea. And when I talk about this, I think I will do future videos on it, because it is a bit complicated, and it will take you a while to get used to if you are not aware of the way that you basically are not honest yourself, which most of us are, and most of us aren't aware of it. which is okay. It's a defense mechanism to keep us in homeostasis, like where we want to be, because that's comfortable to us. So it may be that we want to change, but we're subconsciously afraid of what we might be giving up or what that might mean in the future, because we look at it in the future and we're like, I want that, but that means I have to give up this, or I have to do this, and I really like this at the moment. It's like a kid with a teddy bear. Like, they don't want to give it up because it makes them feel comfortable. And the thing is that although it's really hard to give up whatever it is that you're holding on to, once you do that, you realize that you didn't want it after all, and when you get the thing that's better and you've let go of that, you feel really good. And you look back and you think, why did I need that before? An example of this in my own life is I often used to make excuses of why I can't make videos of myself working out to put on social media, to put content out there to help other people. Like, I'd always make an excuse, like, I don't have the time to, like, basically hit the record button and record myself, and it's not going to look good enough. Like, I'd have all these excuses in my mind. And then when I got over that, because I was lucky, actually, one of my clients just motivated me to do it. And then it took me about a week, and then I just did it. I just started videoing myself, and then I realized, like, why haven't I done this all along? Like, it really doesn't take any extra time, maybe a minute, 5 minutes maximum if I'm really gonna play around with it during my workout. It gives me a break in between sets anyway. It makes me think more about what I'm actually doing, so I make sure I do things better when I'm videoing myself. And it's great because it puts information out there for other people. So I realized, like, I just got to do it all the time. And when I just started doing it, it was just so easy. And like I said, like, when you get over that, getting over holding on to that comfort, like, my comfort was that it felt easier for me to just focus on my workout and not have to play around my phone and do videos at the same time, which was my fear, that I thought I wouldn't have time to do. I wouldn't be able to do my workout properly or something like that. So that's an example for you. And yeah, I'm sure you've got many of these things, like simple things that you could do. Like, a lot of my clients, like, they use time as an excuse of why they can't do certain stretches that they need to do. Like, I don't have time, and when I work out, I just want to go because I'm hungry or whatever. I don't want to stretch, or I stretch for like a little bit, but it's not really enough, kind of thing. Like, they're just excuses, and when that's okay if that happens. But when that happens, see, okay, why am I doing this? Like, it's me making an excuse because I either don't believe I have enough time, or I don't want to make the time, or I don't think that stretching is worthwhile. But then when you later, if you complain about being sore or whatever, and this keeps happening, you realize that it's a habit that you've created that isn't benefiting you, basically. So if you can just take that one workout session and be like, okay, today I'm just going to spend 10 minutes stretching properly, and I'm going to do these stretches. And you do that, and you realize that it makes you feel better, and then you get over that idea that, oh, I don't have time to do the stretches. Because it didn't really take long, 10 minutes. Like, what else are we going to do with that 10 minutes? Go on social media? I don't know. But this is just an example. You could apply this to many areas in your life of things. You can apply it to diet. You can apply it to work. You can apply it to your relationships. Whatever. The list goes on. But just, my main message is just be honest with yourself and have a look at what you need to change if you want to change it. Like, I'm not saying this to make it seem like it's hard or boring or whatever, because it's really not. If you want to change your life, you got to put the work in to do it, but it's not that hard when you actually just do it. It's only the thought about doing things that is hard. Once you just do it and get over that thought, you realize there's nothing ever to be afraid of. All the stupid things that are holding you back are just ideas in your mind. So I'm going to talk more about this in the future, because I don't know if this is the easiest way for you guys to understand it. So let me know in the comments if this made sense to you, and let me know how you went, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next video.